Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. We are currently on the first sailing of Marella Voyager, and this is a recap of our second day on board.
So as we had a late night last night, we decided to have a bit of a lie-in. Day 2 was our day at sea, and we didn't really surface until after 10. So we decided just to go up to the kitchens, which is the new style buffet restaurant on board Voyager, just to get some pastries and a cup of coffee for our breakfast.
Yeah, by that stage it was around 11, so the breakfast was nearly ending and the lunch was starting to be served out. So at that point I thought, oh, this is a good opportunity for me to whiz around the kitchens and maybe see what there is and see what sort of options there is for lunch, whilst it was still quite quiet.
So after we had our pastries, we decided to take a bit of a stroll on the open decks. It was quite warm yesterday at sea.
Yeah, really warm.
And so then at lunchtime we came in and we went to the aft of the ship to a venue which is split into 3 sections. So on one side you have Nonna's, which is the Italian sort of pizzeria pasta restaurant, which is included in your cruise fare. And then on the other side you have Abuela's, which again is included in your cruise fare, and it is the onboard Mexican. And then sandwiched in the middle you have a bar called the Summer House.
There's an indoor part to it with a big sliding glass roof, and it also has a bar looking out to the aft.
So for lunch we fancied trying Nonna's.
Yeah.
I had a little freshly made pasta bolognese, which was really nice and quite tasty for lunch.
So I decided to go for the pepperoni pizza. I placed my order, got the little buzzer to wait, and then when the buzzer went off, I went up and collected my little pizza, which is only a small 4-slice pizza, but it was fresh and it was very nice.
So after lunch, we had another look around different parts of the ship, and we ended up back down in the coffee port, and we grabbed a coffee. There, you had a nice coffee.
Yep, nice one. Yeah, it was lovely.
So the coffee port, if you're on the standard all-inclusive package, you pay a small charge for your coffees. If you're on the premium all-inclusive package, which we have, it's included then in the price. So on this cruise for 7 nights, the cost of upgrading your package is £80, which is quite good value for the length of cruise. So we had a quick coffee there, and then we decided to just explore more of the ship, because we had an event coming up then in Squid and Anchor later that Wills will tell you about now.
So every day in your cabin you receive this piece of paper called the Cruise News, and it has the opening times for the bars and the restaurants, and also the entertainment schedule as well. So there was one thing on it which was an audience with Jenny, what was her name? Jenny Ryan, and she's one of the chasers on the show The Chase. So I thought, yeah, that sounds interesting. So we went down there at 4 p.m. and basically she just did a this is your life sort of chat, and from how she got into quizzing and her family, and
she was really,
how she got to be on the chase and how like that.
It was really interesting, and she was quite funny as well. And as well, I think she was on a celebrity version of the X Factor, and she got through to the final and finished 3rd.
Yeah. We thought she was going to sing, but no,
she didn't sing for us, no. But she was really entertaining, and it gave the audience a chance then as well for about 20 minutes during that talk at the end to ask questions if they had any. Unfortunately she didn't dish any goss on some of the other chasers. We made a quick dash back to the cabin to get showered and changed. It was dressed to impress night on Voyager. We don't like to go for the whole tuxedo and suits kind of thing.
No, it's not us.
It's not us at all, unfortunately. But there were people dressed up in tuxedos, and there were people that weren't. There were people that were just in pair of chino shorts and a shirt. So we had booked a specialty dining in Surf and Turf, So I know a lot of people contact us and say, you know, what's the dress codes like in Marella. Last night we just wore a shirt and a pair of chinos, and it's quite acceptable. So the Surf and Turf is the onboard steakhouse. It is a small charge, which is, was it $29.95?
Yeah, I think that's what we paid, yeah.
If it's not, we'll correct ourselves down below. And we really had an amazing meal.
Yeah, every part of it will not go into detail, but yeah, all of it was really good.
Yeah, we were super full leaving it.
And the fact that our steaks were cooked right for first time, which
Yes.
doesn't happen that often.
This doesn't happen. This has never happened to me before. Every cruise we go on, I always want to go to the onboard steakhouse, and I never end up getting my steak cooked well enough. I love my steak well done, and I just said to the guy last night, I want it well done. In other words, when you think it's ready, set it on fire again, and then it'll be fine. And it was amazing. But there was a super amount of food. You can order quite a lot of sides and that as well. And they really
Staff as well were super attentive and made the experience a really good one.
Yeah. So we then, after dinner, we headed to the Broadway show lounge. Tonight's show was Havana Nights, and it had a very Cuban feel to it. It starred the onboard
showcast
showcast team, as well as two specialist dancers from Colombia, and they were amazing. How he throws that girl up in the air and catches her and like throws her around her neck.
It was very high energy, so it was.
Yeah.
It was really enjoyable to watch.
But it was really enjoyable to watch, and again, the whole audience seemed to really enjoy it.
So after the show, we went to the Arts House, which is one of the bars on board, and got a seat relatively quickly. And there was a great singer there called Peter Cox, and it was very like chilled vibes, and it made it just a really nice, relaxing sort of evening to end the night.
Yeah, he was really entertaining. And after his set, there was a girl come on, and she was a pianist and vocalist.
Yeah.
She was really good as well.
She was good, yeah.
One thing we found last night was we didn't have an issue getting a seat in the glass house. And for people who have watched our other videos about our last cruise on Marella Explorer, that was one of the things we said was a bit of a downside, was some nights we found it difficult just to find a seat in a bar. And we haven't found that so far on board Voyager. There seems to be plenty of room for everyone here.
And then to close off the night, we came back to the cabin and we received a lovely gift. It was a commemorative plate for the inaugural cruise of Marella Voyager.
Yeah.
Which,
we were really pleased with that.
Yeah, it was a lovely touch. Yeah.
Yep, it definitely was. So that's been our second day here on Marella Voyager and our day at sea. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel to help us grow that. Our next video will be out very soon, and we hope that you'll stay tuned and hit the bell icon to be alerted the next time we post that video.
Alright, thanks so much for watching. Bye.